Hi, shalom, friends. If I ask you to make a list, can you come up without too much difficulty with a list of maybe 50 people whose accomplishments revolutionized the world till today? I'm sure you probably could, but 50 is a long number. You might run out of it after you put down Galileo and Einstein and Con Edison, Mr. Edison, and George Washington and Churchill. And I'm not talking about movie stars. They're great, and their fame ends rather quickly. I'm talking about real people, real accomplishments, real lives. Now look at that list. Is there anyone that you could claim to be a direct descendant? I mean, it would be cool to come into a party and say, "Hi, I'm the Einstein. He was my nephew." Or, I am a direct descendant from, and you fill in the person. That would really be something. Well, if we expanded this exercise to the Bible, how many great people can you think of? And now, actually, just about everyone. There's a King David, there's a King Solomon, there's the prophet Jeremiah, Isaiah. We still read their words. We're inspired by it. There are even biblical names given. How about Moses? Oh my gosh. Not only did he take the Israelites out of Egypt, but he brought us the Ten Commandments, of course, the Torah. But who has not heard of "thou shalt not murder"? It's amazing. But if you go back even further, there's one remarkable personality whose name was Abraham. In English, Abraham, but I'll stick with Abraham. And this remarkable personality is not only sacred and famous and meaningful to the Jewish people, but even to other religions such as Christianity and Islam refer to him as a major force in their spiritual direction. Or to put it a little bit differently, maybe 3 out of 3 billion people or so on earth have not only heard of the biblical Abraham, but are inspired by the biblical Abraham. How many of these people can claim to be a direct descendant? And have you ever thought about it? In our tradition, Avraham goes together with his last name. I'm smiling. Of course, he had no last name. But he's known Avraham Avinu. Avraham, our father. Even the great, great, great Moshe, and we're not comparing, is known as Moshe, our teacher. But a personal, biological connection to probably one of the most, if not the most influential person on earth forever is our father. It's amazing. I mean, I can't get over it. I am related directly to the great Abraham. The Bible. Yeah, that's the Abraham I'm talking about. My father. Not even my grandfather. I mean, it's really something. It's really something. Over 3,000, or close to 4,000 years ago. He's my dad. So now I want to spend just a moment or two of the, without exaggeration, thousands of lessons that we could derive from the life of Abraham, the way it's described in Chumash, in the Bible, but more so in the Midrash and in the biblical commentators. I want to maybe focus on 2. What made Abraham so exceptional that till today he is a superhero in the truest sense of the word? And not is he a superhero where he's outer worldly, but he's somehow part of our DNA. I'm referring to the Jewish people. We look at Abraham in a very personal, familiar way. He's my dad. He's my father. What was it about him? So let's start with the first thing. Abraham Avinu, Abraham our father, is the first recorded figure in the Bible who basically spent a lifetime searching for the truth. Now, without a doubt, Adam knew the truth. Noah knew the truth. He was righteous and found favor in the eyes of God. And there must have been tens of thousands of righteous people that we don't know about in the first 1400 years of human existence. But from Avraham, we actually are taught. He grew up in the milieu of idolatry, where everyone accepted a way of life as true, and he examined that life. He dissected that life. Is it the true way to live? The perceptions of God, the Creator, are they correct in their assessment? And this person did not have mentors or teachers, and most importantly, had no environment to strengthen his convictions. This is a person that spent his heart and soul, his very essence, was drawn after the pursuit of truth. What is true? And he came to the ultimate truth. There is a creator. He is involved in creation. He is absolutely one. There is no other force or energy that rivals or equals or is under. There is only God. And then understood instinctively that there's a way of life that this supreme creator wants his creation to act as. And he then went out and taught this truth. Do you know what it means to try to uproot a mountain without electricity? Do you know what it means to try to open up people, to expose the fallacy of their life, of their father's life, of their community's life, of their king's life? We have no idea. We think it's hard to try to convince someone today of something that we believe is true, and they don't. That's nothing. We often marshal statistics to prove our point. We point to individuals that agree with us. We show them how the fallacy of their thinking. We have what to work with. Avraham Avinu, Abraham, our father, to whom could he turn to and say, look, even he agrees with me? Who is he going to turn to? What statistics can he show that my way of thinking is correct? But his love, his desire, his need to serve God truthfully compelled him to live a life of self-sacrifice and to share that truth with others. I am proud to be the son of such a father. And that becomes something that becomes part of the Jewish people. We don't look around and say, you know, there are billions of people that have values which are not Jewish, or which are not biblical, or which are not holy and pure. Perhaps we're in the minority. Being that we're in the minority, perhaps we're wrong. Sadly, in the world, they look at the Holy Land of Israel, and so many repeat the same mantra / lie / popular conception. Israel was made by the UN. It should act according to UN standards. UN condemns Israel again and again. Hence, Israel and the people living there are evil. Could it be that they're all wrong? And our understanding that Israel, being a divine gift to God, from God to the people, an eternal gift, could it be that we're wrong and they're right? No. We look for truth. We look for the Word of God, the will of God, indeed, perhaps even the mind of God, though, of course, God is not limited. We have a Torah. Every one of us, every Jew born, can claim Avraham, and does claim Avraham proudly, not only as a biblical figure who lived 4,000 years ago. No. That's my father. He's teaching me how to live a life in the pursuit, and more importantly, in the living of the truth. Which leads me to one more thought. In the Bible itself, or the Chumash itself, we know Adam was created by God, so he did not really have too much hesitation to believe that God is there. He spoke to God. God spoke to him, created his wife for him, gave him commandments, told him what to go, where to go, and how to do it. No, he had no doubts. And the righteous Noah, it says he found favor and grace in the eyes of God, and he was a tzaddik. The first person who was born in a family and an environment which is the opposite of holiness, idolatry, was Abraham. His father worshipped idols. He grew up in a city/county where everyone worshipped idols. He did not have a pure upbringing, and yet look at his greatness. Till today, to follow in the way of Abraham means to follow the way of goodness and kindness, decency, morality, and belief. How did he do it? Well, a moment ago I mentioned about his pursuit of truth. Let's add something. He understood that the past and the environment, though they are obstacles, they are challenges as well. And one should take challenges as an opportunity for greatness and growth. And indeed, each time he repudiated, each time he debated, each time he was able to uncover the lie, he became stronger and more powerful. And the light and the holiness, and I go back to the word, and the truth became more revealed. Look at ourselves. Here we are, 4,000 years. Can we truly say that everything in our life until this moment has been all holy, sacred? Have we always done the right thing? Maybe not. Maybe yes. I don't know. But we're Abraham's. We're the children of Abraham. Abraham said you could be born to an idolater and remake yourself. You could transform yourself. That is a lesson. That is an obligation that we should never forget. I can change myself now, this moment, as I'm talking to you. I can, because I'm the son of Abraham, because I have a God who gave me the Torah. So let me end with, I'm really proud that we have such family. Nothing to be ashamed about. Not at all, my friend. Of course, there's Abraham and Sarah and Isaac and Rebecca and Yaakov and Jacob and Rachel and Leah and Bilhah and Zilpah. Of course, of course, of course. But the first, Abraham Avinu. So friends, go out there, make Abraham proud. Shalom.